Good morning everybody, it is morning. This is why I sound a little bit croaky and why I have a beautiful cup of coffee to get me through this video. So today's video is going to be a bit of a chit-chatty one. I have thought a little bit about what I kind of wanted to do and the type of content that I wanted to be putting on this channel, and one of the main things that I wanted to do was just sit down and be, is it personable? Is that a word? Personable? Relatable? I just wanted to talk. I love to talk. If you've met me, you would know that I never shut up. Woohoo! What I want to talk about today is things that I would have told my younger self and lessons that I've kind of learned up to the age of 23. I will be 23 in about 2 weeks. So it's time to reflect on myself and on my journey and the things that I think have got me to where I am today. So one of the biggest lessons I think you have to learn in life in general, in my opinion, is learning to love yourself. I know this is such a cliche topic and everybody says it in very similar ways, but honestly it is so important to learn. You will always be changing and you have to learn to love the new parts of yourself just like you loved the old parts of yourself. So many people talk about loving yourself as if it's this massive task of self-discovery. I've now, as I've gotten older, understood that loving yourself is like a part of your everyday. It's not something you're gonna wake up one day and be like, oh, ta-da, I did yoga and ate kale for 4 weeks and now I love myself. Like, I just don't believe that that's what it is. It's learning to look at yourself honestly from like almost an outside perspective, I think, and say, you know, you're a good person, you bring a lot to the table. That, I feel like that's loving yourself more so than it's like, oh cool, I'm feeling good today, I'm looking good today. Love yourself, treat yourself. I feel like loving yourself is something that you have to do every single day. Something that I would tell myself when I was younger is that it is okay to not do what everyone else is doing. There was a lot of things, not even like risky things, just things that I chose to like because other people liked them, even if I didn't really like them. Why? I don't know. I used to think that I had to conform to what every other person saw of me. I had to be the version of myself that people wanted me to be, and as I've gotten older I've realized that I just have to be the version of myself that I'm proud of, and that is enough. It's just about trusting your instincts and knowing that you as a person have your own thoughts and feelings, and believing in those things is what's going to make you become the person that you are destined to be. If you push them away or try and be like other people, it's just not going to work. You're just going to be pushing your personality further and further down until one day it's going to come out anyway. It's not really going to be what you want to be doing, so you won't be happy doing it. Another thing that I would probably tell myself when I was younger is it's okay to not be everybody's cup of tea. There are so many years that I have spent in my lifetime wasted trying to make everybody happy. You cannot be everybody's cup of tea. If somebody doesn't like you, that is not about you. That is about them, about their perception of something you've done or something you've said, and that they're entitled to that. You can't tell them to like you. If they don't like you, they don't like you, and they have the right to not like you. It's not your job to change their opinion. If they want to change their opinion, spend some more time with them or talk to them a little bit more or make an effort with them a little bit. But if they're not even willing to do that, or they haven't given you any indication that they actually want to see a different side to you, then don't waste your time trying to make people like you. If they don't like you, it doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, that person probably won't matter in a year. So even if it seems like the most important thing in the world and you need people to like you because you know that you're a good person, or you feel like them having a negative opinion on you impacts the way that you feel about yourself, you have to understand that it's their opinion and they're entitled to it. And it doesn't affect you and it doesn't affect your opinion of them. So at the end of the day, why bother thinking about it or spending time worrying about it? Another thing that I think is so important is to just give what you take from people, relationships in general, regardless of whether it's a boyfriend, a friend, a parent, a sister, you know, a sibling, a cousin. It doesn't matter the person, even a stranger. If you're taking something from them emotionally or whatever, I just feel like you should always be giving back what you're taking from the person. It should always be an equal trade. Not one person should be giving 100% and then you're giving back 30% or vice versa. And I just think it's healthy to assess the relationships in your life, whatever they may be, and make sure that if you're taking a lot of advice from someone or a lot of, you know, their time and they're putting a lot into you, make sure you're giving that back to them, because otherwise it's not really fair on them to have to give. Another thing that I think is really important is to understand that it is okay to be a little bit selfish sometimes. Being selfish when you need to be selfish is such a big thing. Like something I wish that I had learned so much younger than I did. Oh my god, I always used to feel so bad when I would say, no, I can't hang out. If you don't feel happy or you're not okay yourself, then how are you supposed to help somebody else feel better? And if you do successfully do that, you're going to end up feeling more drained yourself. So it's better to take some time for yourself, and then hopefully that person is understanding enough that you can go back. Now I feel, you know, more together myself. I feel like I'm a better friend. I can help you a little bit more. Part of growing up is understanding that you can't always meet everybody's demands, especially if you're not meeting your own demands. Things that you need to be doing for yourself and prioritizing, that is important. Another thing that I have learnt by the age of 22 and however many months it is, almost 23, life goes up and down. It is a roller coaster of emotion. It will be amazing sometimes and absolutely rubbish sometimes. There is no way to avoid that. If you are trying to figure life out, let me tell you now, stop what you're doing and just forget about it. Honestly, we're all doing the same thing. We're all trying to figure out where the hell we fit and where our journey is going, and trying to think about what's going to happen before it even happens. Understand that you don't really necessarily have control over everything that's going to happen in your life. You only have control over the way that you deal with it and the type of person that you are becoming. If you're worried about the way that your life is going to turn out, it is not worth worrying about, because at the end of the day, it's going to happen anyway. Like, you just have to be present and understand that life is the way it is for a reason. Everything is the way it's supposed to be for a reason, and we don't need to stress about it, because regardless of whether we do or not, it's still going to be life, and we just have to accept that and deal with it. Honestly, biggest lesson I've ever learned. I feel like this video has been extremely serious. Maybe that's how I feel in the mornings, just really serious. Oh dear. Another thing I would tell myself, in the journey of self-discovery, please do not cut your hair like Annie the orphan. You do not need a bob, you do not need to be ginger, you do not need to have impulsive decisions like that, because you will regret them in all of your school photos and it will not be a fun time. Another thing I would tell myself when I was younger, please don't wear a seashell choker. It's not a good idea. Another thing I would tell myself when I was younger, it's not a cool thing to plait all of your hair like cornrows and then take it out and have like an afro to go to school. Like, that's not a cool look. I don't like that. I'm sure you felt yourself when you did it, but never do it again. Another thing I would tell myself when I was younger, please don't wear matching clothes with your friends to school, because people will remember that, even when you're 23. Just be yourself, be happy with you. Everybody in the world will appreciate you for who you are, regardless of whether or not they're your best friend or a stranger. You just be you and enjoy being you, because that is the key to living a happier life. Live your life. I'm sorry if this video was a little bit rambly. I honestly just wanted to sit down and talk because my birthday is fast approaching and it really had me reflecting about all the things that I needed to learn. I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. If you did, like and subscribe so you can see when I upload. Thanks for watching!